Hi all, since this is the first time I'm recording an actual devlog, I thought I'd start off by giving a brief overview as a starting point for anyone unfamiliar with this project. Then I'd jump into the new features for this week. For anyone that's been following along and is aware of the details, you can jump ahead to the timestamp below. Lost Echoes is a sci-fi psychological horror game with a mix of survival mechanics that I've been working on for about 3 years now. It takes major inspirations from PT and Iron Lung. Originally I was developing it in Unity, but then after some controversy regarding licensing and possible issues that might have entailed from that, I ported the game assets and logic over to Godot. The game takes place on board a small tourist station set in the Spiritammer universe. The general surface level premise is that the player needs to perform a small number of tasks with the option to talk to an NPC through the comms console, while at the same time maintaining their basic needs. With all of that said, let's get into the current features I've been working on for this week. First up, building off of the dog entity I added last week, I added in just a basic set of checks to see if the area is dark and if the player's flashlight is on. It's probably hard to see in the video, but just wanted to quickly demonstrate the fact the AI will only react if the player can clearly see it. Next, I added in a new AI state that has the dog start by searching for the player, but I feel like I need to back up and explain what is going on a little bit more. To start off, I wanted to show a really nice trick I picked up in Blender a long time ago. It's much easier to design a rig setup where an object can lock onto an empty node than trying to adjust values to get the same effect. In this case, I have inverse kinematics set up for the head and neck of the wolf, and it's locked on to track the empty node. The empty node also has some additional scripting to make sure there is a consistent orientation given the setup for my setting, but that would probably be more of a complicated conversation that wouldn't be helpful for this video. To see why this technique is effective, let's see it in action. For the hallway, I've set up points in the doorways where the focus node can lock onto. It'll first check if the door is open, and then the focus node will match that position of that predefined point, giving the impression that the dog is looking into the rooms. Now, let's bring everything back together and incorporate the searching state with the states we had from last week. It will start in the searching state, and then when it sees the player, it will stop and wait. If the player gets too close while looking at it, it will then turn and run away as expected. Anyways, that's all I have for this week. If you liked the video or felt like I could have gone more technical or in depth with what I was covering, feel free to yell at me down in the comments. Until next time, take care.